Hello everyone, Lee Jae-myung, Moon-soo, and Lee Jun-seok, the new candidates, have all headed from Daegu and Gyeongbuk, known as TK, to Busan and Gyeongnam, known as PK. It's quite unusual for the leading presidential candidates to campaign in the same place right after the official election campaign kicks off. The ultimate result of this presidential election will largely depend on which candidate can win over the fluctuating public sentiments in Yeongnam. Candidate Lee Jae-myung confidently expressed that he perceives this election will be remarkably close rather than simply a landslide victory, showcasing his profound determination to secure success. Here's our first story, reported by Kang Young-ho.
After visiting Daegu and North Gyeongsang yesterday, Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung began his campaign in Busan and South Gyeongsang with a visit to the UN Memorial Cemetery. Seemingly acknowledging the conservative stance of the region, he emphasized security while earnestly appealing for support.
Some people hold optimistic views about the outcome. However, our anticipation remains that it will ultimately be an extremely close competition.
He concentrated on street campaigns, focusing on areas with high pedestrian traffic. By addressing local development issues, candidate Lee advanced his campaign efforts in Yeongnam, a central landmark of Busan. Despite the midweek timing, a large crowd gathered at the plaza. He focused on promoting a region-specific pledge to make Busan a hub for the Arctic route connecting Asia and Europe through the Arctic Ocean. As a concrete plan, he proposed relocating the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries and HMM, the country's largest shipping company, to Busan. He also highlighted that while the relocation of the Industrial Bank of Korea, promised by the Yoon-suk government and the People Power Party, is a challenging task, he refrains from making unfeasible promises.
People advise me repeatedly not to bring up this topic. However, the reality is that matters do not proceed according to the unilateral wish of any single party.
Lee Jae-myung, who has been appealing to the PK region with promises to boost the shipbuilding industry, will head to Yeongnam tomorrow to solidify his support base. This is Kang Young-ho from MBN News.